I mean, I've heard Joe say that before, and we've said that before. We believe it, but I think that this team, I can just say this, that I believe that this team, on paper, looking at the team and everything, might possibly be the best team that I've played with in Tampa Bay. So I feel really confident about this club. If we can stay healthy, if we can do the things that we're capable of doing out there, we certainly have as good or better chance than any other team in the league to win it all.
You never know with this stuff. I mean, the Red Sox weren't picked to finish first, second, third, or maybe even fourth at times last year, and they just got on one of the rolls.
We could have told you at the start of the season last year that they were going to be a really good team, a much better team, obviously, than the year before that. But even beyond that, you could tell that it was going to be a completely different year for them from the start. Yeah, from the start. And they deserved it. You know, they played that way all year long, and it was hard to catch them. We couldn't catch them, and then they played well in the playoffs. So
you guys played a little outside your personality in that series too. I mean, some mistakes, some stuff that you guys don't.
Yeah, well, that's that stuff happens in the playoffs at times, and I think that the key would be getting to that point again, but being the favorites. You know, they were the favorites, and they were fresh, and we had kind of been on a we come off 3 very emotional games just to get to that spot in the playoffs. I think when it came down to it, we were a little bit exhausted, and they were still pretty hungry. So I think we have to get to that point this year where we're the team to beat, and where we're hungry, and nobody's going to be able to knock us off that podium.
One more thing, can you talk about? I mean, all your pitchers are Bulldogs, but talk a little bit about Cobb. I mean, a lot of them, he might have been the best.
I just love, he was so phenomenal for us last year, and I just love the way that he digs in. When things get tight out there, when things unravel a little bit, I mean, there's no better guy to get up there and just dig in. He's not going anywhere. He's not trying to get out of that game. He wants it.
And the Cleveland game last year, he even said after it, I didn't have my best stuff. He dug in that game and just didn't want to run.
Yeah, he's just a gamer. He's one of those guys that I could see him being the ace of the staff. For sure in his career,
Hard to say that in this staff.
It's hard. I mean, this staff, there's so many guys that are, but I mean,
you have no problem handing him the ball.
But yeah, a lot of our guys could be aces, but I see him as one of those guys that, he reminds me a lot. His demeanor on the mound, just being able to dig in those moments. I mean, that's the way James Shields was. He really dug in those moments too, and you could just kind of see him like, he gets a little bit more intense at that time, but never loses sight of the goal and the object, and I think that's one of the things that sets him apart as a good pitcher.